It's Worldcon weekend, everybody, and I opted not to go. I thought about it, but they banned the literary agent Leslie Varney just for buying a ticket, and it was very clear at that point that they would be probably as bad or worse than ever before. I wouldn't be able to just buy a ticket and hang out and talk science fiction because these people are ridiculously mentally ill, and it's being run by a bunch of amateurs who have no place calling this Worldcon at this juncture, even though they keep doing so. So I've gone over some of the programming and events before. If you've looked at the panelists and who's involved in all this, it's a lot of aspiring authors who are submitting short stories and identity politics sort of situations where it's like, these are not real professional authors. And they're giving talks on the industry and on all these things. I saw one the other day on an anti-AI panel, and it was just a bunch of like weird transgender dudes just crying about AI because AI writes better than them at this point is really what it comes down to. And so this is all the panel is, but it gets worse. It gets sicker in this whole situation. It looks like this convention is really on its way out on a lot of levels. This is really the last gasp, and I don't see it lasting in the same form much longer. They do have LA going next year, and then they are trying to get one going after that. But they as I recall, they're not even sure they're going to be able to field a convention in a few years from now, which is pretty interesting. Now, if you look at the demographics of these conventions, they're aging. The people who used to be involved in this sort of thing, there's a group of kind of boomers who have done it forever, and they want to keep involved with it because they've always kept involved in it. There's a group of identitarian sort of LGBTQ activists who are like in their 30s and 40s and the like, who are the other ones who are doing it. But that's all they got. They really don't have anybody professional anymore. Yes, you've got a couple people showing up still who are names who you might recognize. Brandon Sanderson is, of course, validating this thing because it's he's part of the gatekeeping system that, of course, that keeps this going. George R.R. Martin's there, and they're talking about they're on a panel together called "The Future of Epic Fantasy." Well, George R.R. Martin will not be writing any of the future of epic fantasy. I can tell you that. But other than that, there's not a lot of people whose names you'd even recognize. Even the guest of honor, Martha Wells, unless you're like a real sci-fi insider, you probably don't know who she is. And that is the absolute state of things, where they've gone with the entire industry. And this is a microcosm of the entire industry because most of the industry folks who work for Tor Books or Del Rey or whatnot are at this. And this is all it is the industry folk are left, and there's nobody else because nobody reads this kind of stuff anymore. The only people that actually read are on Amazon supporting independent authors like myself. And so please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us as we go on our Worldcon journey today. And oh my gosh, I have a doozy for you. We haven't even gotten to the fun part yet, which is really gross. I call it the fun part, but it's pretty disgusting what's going on here. But this is my justified saga of the Nano Templar. I was banned from Worldcon in 2018. They called me a racist bully. Can you believe this? And in the deposition, the guy who ran Worldcon actually admitted there was no reason to believe I was racist. So he went on record saying I'm not racist, and a judge ordered them to apologize because of this, and now I'm legally not racist. Yeah, I'm one of the few people who actually has a judge ruling on that. Pretty cool, huh? But I have a trilogy, which is basically Star Wars on steroids. It is way better. This is everything Star Wars should have been, and it starts in Justified Saga of the Nano Templar. It's a trilogy. It's crusading in space. It's a lot of fun. You're going to love this if you love real science fiction. This is the type of stuff that you can't get anymore out of mainstream publishing. It's got a strong male lead. It's got some good stuff. It's in the description below, and it's available on ebook, print, and audio to make it easy for you. Check it out. Support our channel. Support our science fiction. I've got a newsletter as well. I've got new books. Oh my gosh, my new stuff's so good. I can't wait to get these to you. But for now, read these. Support what we got going on because independent science fiction is where it's at. And thank you guys for following the science fiction news here all the way around. Stay in touch. We got a great community, and I appreciate you guys being here. This is better. Like, honestly, this video is going to get more views than any panel at the Worldcon convention, which just kind of shows like it's not necessary anymore. There's really no reason for any of this. And when you go to the schedule, we can go to today's schedule and just see what they're doing right now as I record this video. We have Alien Christ and Religion in Spanish Science Fiction by Dale Pratt. Maybe they should have me running Spanish science fiction, but hey, Dale Pratt, I guess, Writing While Neurodiverse by Jason Sanford. This guy's a serial clout chaser. who can't write worth anything. So, of course. So this is what you have. You got some readings by some people you've never heard of. This guy's a homosexual guy. Of course, they give him a reading. Writing in a neurodiverse universe. Have you noticed this trend? We're already like 3 panels of neurodiverse crap into this, and what that means is these are mentally ill people, and they're calling mental illness neurodiversity now to try to make it sound like it's not illness, even though it is illness, right? And they're trying to validate their schizophrenia, their narcissism, their manic depressive qualities. Rather than trying to overcome it, they're pretending like it's something that is just like a good thing, that they should just deal alternate cognitions. Here's another one, right? Holy crap. I mean, like, how many panels and by the way, we're only from 9 o'clock to 9:30 in the morning Pacific here. How many panels on that do you need, right? It's crazy. And so you get some Tai Chi, I guess, doing this. Interesting. Morning Shabbat service. Oy vey. That's in there as well. Where are your parents? None of these people had parents, or they got abused by their parents, and that's kind of where there's all these problems these days. And gosh, as it goes through, what if everyone had a roof and 2 meals? Okay. Interesting stuff right there. Yes, this is boring. At the very least, it's boring. At the very most, it's something to make fun of because it's so ridiculous. But attendance is down, from what I understand, and things are not there like they used to be. This is from the Worldcon group. You notice the admin even turns off comments on the post. Seattle Worldcon 2025 closes this thread. We want to hear feedback, but need to close this thread for now because things aren't going well, and there's not much there. This is what this woman says. This is my 3rd Worldcon. I have to say this is the most disappointing one of all. The merchandise area is very small. The food in the hotel, from my experience, was terrible for being so expensive. The choices of the food in the area left a lot to be desired, and the elevator system was a little crazy. So there was not. This is a hotel that can't handle this kind of thing, apparently. By the way, they're in Seattle. I have great food recommendations for Seattle. I'm a foodie, if you guys don't know. And the thing is, like, I love to sneak away at these cons to good restaurants because the conventions always have terrible foods at these hotels. And I was at the Star Trek Las Vegas convention last weekend, and gosh, Las Vegas has some of the best food options out there. But you gotta get away from the convention. And it's sad to me that we just went by ourselves, me and my wife, and if other people would have went out with us, they would have had a great time with food. But oh well. There are a few things that were good. Some of the hands-on workshops were good. The table talk I went to was good and entertaining. I found a couple of things in the vendors area, but overall I would not recommend this area or a hotel for another Worldcon. Sorry. But I did meet some super nice people from various parts of the world. Well, there you go on this. And you can see the comments. They're closing off already. It's rude to critique an event hosted by volunteers. Hold on. People pay like over $100 for their tickets for this stuff. What do you mean it's rude to critique an event? Yeah, they're totally within their rights to do so. And this is where it gets pretty funny. This is a participation trophy group where it's like, we participated. Yes, we don't actually sell books. Yes, it's not about science fiction. It's about my neurodiversity. But you can't criticize it. And that is the hallmark of these people in one in one post, really. The selection of panels is fantastically diverse. You can see this right here. I asked, because I asked, for some reason they didn't have my panel on Christian nationalism in science fiction. I demand to be represented as a marginalized creator. Nobody responded to me on that. What's going on? I'm marginalized. Except for the accessibility issues and opening hours and grab-and-go places. I love this venue, says Julie Hoffman here. And missing more international members and participants. So, of course, those people did not come because they were warned off by the convention itself because of Donald Trump. Oh, no. This is it. When you let social justice take over things, I said, you lose the normal people that build these items you're talking about. Worldcon needs to have a hard reboot and thought on how to reattract folk if it wants to survive. And as much as they talk about diverse panels, they mean one thing, my friends. And I'm going to show you right here. This is one of their panels. It is literally a drag queen story hour. And you can see they are bringing children into these panels right here. It's disgusting. You see they've got toys and bright toys and things like that to attract the children to this man wearing a dress, reading children's stories. This is creepy. And this is exactly what they're this is Worldcon. This is a real panel, real picture. They posted it in this group I was just showing, proud of it. And they were saying it's a good thing that this is going on. So this is what they're promoting here. This is why their convention's dying. I mean, the parents who bring children to this kind of thing would have to be absolutely sick to do so. Absolutely sick to do so. because this is something that's manipulating your children. It's being terrible to them. And this is what the whole science fiction community in Worldcon and in the establishment publishing is about, because they're neurodivergent, my friends. And so they are trying to promote evil. They're trying to promote grooming. And yes, the attendance is down. The dealer room's smaller than ever before. Amenities are not what they used to be at these conventions. And of course, we've seen even with the Hugo Awards votings that people are not voting like they used to. The amount of votes for certain categories, you can get yourself a Hugo Award nomination for 18 votes. I'm serious. I could have organized my Discord to join all this and then get me a Hugo Award nomination. But I didn't want, of course, we don't want people to pay $60 to nominate for a Hugo Award because it's ridiculous. But at this point, this is what Worldcon is, and it's dying. Like I said, it's just a bunch of old boomers who were there before, who like just can't get with the new program. This is a better convention on my channel, right? And that's why you should hit the like and subscribe button. And this is the absolute state of Worldcon right here to show you. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Really appreciate you guys being here. And check out some real science fiction. This is blacklisted science fiction. This is the good stuff that they don't want you to find. And this is exactly why they are not catering towards a real audience anymore, because this is the stuff people want to read for real. And they don't provide it, but we do. So it's in the description below. Thanks for being here, and thanks for reading, everybody. We'll be back soon.